I also think as well, like sometimes like they just like we should also remember, as I said earlier on, like they're only making Pokemon for the sake of it at this point. They're not thinking about competitive play at this moment in time. Like they kind of that stuff only kind of really takes effect into Gen 4 and 5 when competitive sports in games is actually starting to develop and become its own beast, you know? And even then, Pokemon was not everyone's first choice in that either. You know, there would
Yeah.
have been much better candidates with like more suitable kind of catchments for that sort of shit, you know? So yeah, I'm afraid to say that I didn't catch Fortress this time. So
Look, there may be opportunities to get later on, but
yeah, no, I
you are
believe there is a
also.
kind of like a redemption way to
I
do it.
don't
So
think you are at risk of picking him up anyway.
if I'll put it, I was I even though my Hariyama is being my kind of team gimp at the moment, I'd still rather have Hariyama than Fortress, in my
Yeah,
team. So
yeah.
especially considering that like it's my Hariyama that's fully redeemed as well. So I'm not gonna go through the fucking grief to in order to have a a
Did you actually
a
try to buy
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, come on, well, James. Look, they're free range for fuck's sake. Like, what's the issue here?
How does this count as free range in your view? They are literally caged.
Uh, the free range in it again. Remember which country this is set in, James. That is free range for American chickens. Like
I've seen American children. They would not fit in those cages.
I, I've seen American chickens, and they don't even evolve, like grow fucking feathers, man. Like,
It's all the chlorine that they're fed.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
I definitely understand what's going on there.
Stop! I had to laugh at one of our own politicians. I think it's either someone in the UK or over here going, "I don't see the issue with chlorinated chicken. We should bring it over here." It's like you're literally an entire country based on agriculture. You're a fucking dickhead. It's like you are genuinely just dumb, you know. Uh, Do you know what? Actually, that's another. There's actually a shout there, by the way, right? Because I had real difficulty catching this Ariados. Spoilers, by the way, because of that fucking move, Sludge Bomb.
Yep. It's a
I was
prick.
like, Ariado, it's like it has like a Sludge Bomb and like Psy Beam, and I think a Bug type move, which is presumably Fury Cutter. And I
Mhm.
think to myself, oh fuck, this is actually quite dangerous. Like I'm actually genuinely having trouble with something like this, and again, like every Pokemon kind of has a sweet spot in terms of levels, and the 30s and 40s for Ariados is the sweet spot. You know, like it just peaks at the right time, um, to be dangerous enough. You know, um, so yeah, definitely, I think that's actually not a bad shout either because, again, much like everything else, you will just eventually find options to kill Ariados, but it's if you don't have the type advantage right at the start, it will get a few shots out at you, you know? Must be so disheartening for the opponent to see, oh, I did just that to an
Yeah.
Umbreon? Shit.
It is. It's such a. It is just such a wall.
Yeah. Oh, it's crucial in this game. It's absolutely crucial. Um, like the people who made this game knew exactly what they were doing by giving you Umbreon and Espeon to start this game off. Just mechanically, like there was just such a smart way of doing things.
I forget with Gen 3, if you attack an empty slot, what happens?
And NT Witch.
An empty slot. So
Oh, when like
Rhyhorn's just killed.
oh yeah,
You attack. Oh, they immediately send out. They don't have a turn to wait.
in this game yes, but in Ruby and Sapphire, I actually can't remember. You know, uh, I think it redirects the attack to whoever is still on the field.
That's what it does. That's what the main series does now. I just can't remember if that
Yeah,
was done back here.
that's the part I'm not sure about. Because I feel like that's what it should be doing. Whether they
love-
actually
I-
implement it
I've
or
said-
not in the first go is what
I've
I'm
said
not sure
before, I
about.
love the custom animation.
Oh yeah, it just
Everything gets.
it adds so much to the fucking
really
Pokemon.
does.
It really does. Yeah. Like I was only saying this to Kira when I was playing this, is the fact that like there's actually so much more character in these Pokemon in a game done 15 years ago than there was in Sword and Shield. It got a lot better in Scarlet and Violet, but in Sword and Shield they're just animatronics. There's no character to them whatsoever compared
Oh
to
yeah, look, it's the kind of thing that you don't realize until you see it, and then you can't unsee it. But like, each sprite has a physical attacking animation, a special attacking animation, getting hit animation, and setting up stats animation.
Yeah.
And then the animation of the move is completely separate to that.
Or even when they're sleeping, their eyes are closed. Like simple shit like that.
That's
Yeah.
Or I mean, they could do something. Yeah. So that was one thing that annoyed me back in the day. And I think it's coming up for 10 years now since Sun Moon and Sun Moon and Youth Sun came out.
Yeah.
But people had complained that your character had a bland, smiling face the entire time. Sun and Moon. Like, oh no, the sky is opening up with wormholes everywhere, and you're standing there with a gammy smile on your face.
Yeah. Just like
And
I'm
then,
in
like,
danger. Ralph Wiggum, I'm in danger face.
Yeah.
Like,
And then in the remake, it was the laziest, like, O face, O circle mouth whenever that happened. It was like the laziest middle finger that they've given. Oh no, I said laziest middle finger. That was Dexit.
To be fair, but again, it is that kind of that thing where like they just like the resource management just didn't go well. You know what I mean?
Also, actually, yes and no. Both games had approximately 300 to 400 to animate, and these guys animated them so well.
Like in that there's a difference as well, like in terms of like the where they do kind of put their proverbial points into, isn't it? Because like they double down into the battle. This is a Pokemon battle game, right? For all intents and purposes, this is what its bread and butter is. It doesn't have to do the kind of like the jack of all trades gameplay of a main game, let's say.
Oh yeah, there's no
just specialize.
There's no breeding mechanic. There's no anything like that. Oh yeah, you're poisonous.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no breeding mechanics. There's no friendship mechanics. Well, there is friendship mechanics, but there's no making.
It's up front though. It's not. It's not something you have to do.
Making sandwiches for your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On your ground.
Yep.
Have you used many items in these guys at this stage now?
I've used a lot actually. I burnt through my items in this level.
No. I mean hold items.
No, actually, I haven't. I've been kind of like I do this in the main games as well. I tend to just kind of like to try and get them through like just vanilla, and then when it gets to like more important battles like say the Elite Four or something like that, then I'll start tooling them out. Like I haven't gone through the TMs for instance because I'm waiting for like a more complete collection of them to give myself the options.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, I just noticed you had like your quick claw there, but you hadn't equipped. It hadn't been equipped yet.
Yeah, I tend to not bother with the items until I've locked in my team to the end.
Yeah.
So, like I know it's kind of obvious at the moment that like I've 2 out of 3 legendary dogs here in the team, so I know Raikou is coming up next. So I've got one of them.
I'm taking such assumptions here. But also, I'm not sure. We're 40 minutes in for this here so far. I don't know if we're going to see Raikou before the end of this. But
it's a fair assumption anyway.
As we're standing at the minute,
put
put yourself back in your feet that you were a few weeks ago here. But
sure,
would you be tempted to keep Amphi on your team over a Raikou?
Like realistically, yes, I would have kept Ampharos in the team. Because it is actually more useful. However, I have kind of like made myself the kind of narrative commitment that like, listen, if I'm being offered 11 legendary dog, even if it is a downgrade, I'm going to use it. because when like give me another game that allows you the opportunity to catch those three pro bono and use them to the middle of the game. You know what I mean? Like this is the same level of reward of like being able to pull off a fucking massive heist in Gen 2. Like your reward to somehow look at like either looking your way or finding one of these guys early doors or relatively early doors, let's say, is to be able to use it straight away. You know, so now I have that opportunity to do that. And yeah, you don't really get the massive benefit of it until they start learning some decent moves, in a sense. So once they get like a couple of levels in them, then you're away in the hack then to a certain degree, you know. Like really, what's actually I'm missing is actually what's my sixth Pokemon. You know, what do I want? So like, if my ideal team is my 2 evolutions and 3 legendary dogs, who's number 6 in the equation? Who am I aiming for there? And that's the tricky one at the minute that I'm kind of basically being very fluid with and thinking, okay, that's the one I can chop and change out because realistically, you know, I'm not changing 5 of the 6 here.
Yeah.
So once I find that one that is like the perfect balance of everything, so I'm looking at types that I'm not filling out at the moment. So it'll be either grass or potentially flying or ground or, you know, something along those lines. You know, something that is definitely not going to be filled by the 5 I've got right now. And also just basically, if I find something decent, I'm going to swag it and use it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm also not, like, I'm not being too fucking selective here, but like, if a type is already filled, that's it. Sorry about you. I'm not having 2 water types on the team. Likewise, if it's something that I know is not worth a shite in battle, then I'm not gonna bother. You know. So, by the way, all these consecutive moves have been kicking my ass in this playthrough so far. Like, I think I've been hit with like either a Fury swipes or
they'll always hit 5 times for opponents, but 2 times for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I had such rotten luck in that session, and just it just never seems to go well, you know. Yes. Well, infiltrating a secret laboratory is what I would define as mischief. You know, maybe we are in America because they just can't use foul language. You know. So, I want to say bullshit, but I am contractually obliged to say mischief. Oh yeah, by the way, keep an eye on these DNA samples that I'm picking up randomly around the area. Because again, super secret laboratory, you shouldn't have like biological samples just lying on the floor. Just saying. Just as a point of order there, by the way. There's another one. Like, for fuck's sake, people. Like this, like America, if you want a vision into the future of what your scientific community is going to be like after a few years of RFK Jr. in charge, yeah, those DNA samples just being randomly left astray.
Oh Jesus! I never really thought if that jackass would have any impact on you in the real world.
No impact on me anyway. I mean, he is just an affront to science, but that I'm hoping that eventually tuberculosis will kill him. So here's hoping.
I mean, I think the brainworm will eat any TB.
I think that's his kind of insurance policy. Is that like the thing is just so diseased, it keeps him alive like a good parasite would.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just kind of wandering around now, seeing what other I will say like there's definitely like they're very comprehensive with the area exploration. Like there's no space wasted here in a sense. Like you have to investigate every nook and cranny because that's where the plot is, you know? So there's no real kind of redundant areas here. I do query the wisdom of these scientists, you know. It's like, you know what, I don't think I have enough in the one electrode. I might just get two just in case the first one fails, you know?
I think more that these things are like they're a byproduct of just working in labs. That
Yeah. It's like, listen, we need as many spare batteries as possible. Just stockpile as many as you can. Hooray, some progress at last. That's it. It's one of those things where like I'm now, because I have something so on the levels going up against something that is like well out of its league at the moment. I'm really missing the what's the word, the kind of proportionate XP boosting.
Yep.
You know, so if you beat someone that's 10 levels ahead of you, you get a little bit of a reward for a bonus for that. You know. Because I really do use it comes in particularly handy in the Gen 5 when they first like did it, because that game just throws new Pokemon at you with every route, you know.
Yeah.
Which I was very grateful for. In fairness, it made me play differently, you know. Like when I went, I think I remember when I played Black and White the first time and I came across that desert. And like straight away, I was given our Darumaka and a Sandile. I was thinking like, "Holy shit, these are brilliant! I'm keeping these. These are awesome." You know?
Are you giving Darumaka easily? I'm trying to remember. I know Sandile is there plenty, but I thought. Again, Darumaka's weak as shit at the beginning. It takes to actually be useful.
Yeah, no, you do get them quick enough. Like it's now you don't get any of the Zen mode Daramakas. You only get them.
It's Larvesta that's really tough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but again, that's actually adds to the point as well. Like you could easily get like 3 of your finishing party in the desert alone between the Sandile, the Darumaka, and if you need balance, Sigilif. You know. But again, there's a lot better flying
you
off.
have to mention them.
Well, but again, that's only for balance, realistically. Like if you found yourself in the because the other psychic type in the game is Elgim, and that's not very good. And you got like Uniclus and Gothita as well. So like you've got a few choices there. It's really realistically, if you just didn't fancy doing a generic bird in your team, then you'd probably pick Sigilif. But even then, just find yourself a dragon. You're fine. You'll get the same effect like.
Permaractus. It's the only thing that in the desert you didn't mention.